Throughout history, empires have risen and fallen, and with them, entire libraries of knowledge have vanished. But what if the ancient world knew more than we give it credit for? What if the science of Egypt, Greece, and Mesopotamia held secrets we still don't fully understand? In this video, we explore the forgotten science of ancient civilizations, the innovations that shaped the world, and the mysteries that time left behind. When we think of Egypt, we picture pyramids, pharaohs, and gold. But behind the monuments was a civilization deeply rooted in science. Egyptians studied astronomy to align their temples and track time. They built calendars, predicted floods of the Nile, and even developed early forms of geometry and surgery. In fact, some of their surgical tools, found in tombs, look surprisingly modern. How did they achieve this with no modern machines? Some suggest they learned by observing the natural world with incredible precision, but much of this knowledge was passed down orally or written on fragile papyrus, lost when libraries burned or dynasties fell. Now let's rewind even further to Mesopotamia, the land between the Tigris and Euphrates. Here, the Sumerians and Babylonians laid the foundations of mathematics and astronomy. They invented the sexagesimal system. That's why we have 60 seconds in a minute and 360 degrees in a circle. They tracked celestial bodies, recorded eclipses, and even predicted planetary movements, centuries before telescopes. Clay tablets show they knew about triangles, ratios, and complex measurements. But when empires collapsed and cuneiform was forgotten, so was much of their scientific legacy. Imagine what else they knew that's still buried in the sand. When we talk about ancient science, we can't skip Greece. Thinkers like Archimedes, Hippocrates, and Aristotle laid the foundation for modern physics, medicine, and logic. One of the most mysterious discoveries is the Antikythera mechanism, a 2,000-year-old device found in a shipwreck. It's a complex gear-driven machine used to predict eclipses and track planets. Many call it the world's first analog computer. How did ancient Greeks design something this advanced? And why was it forgotten? Much of Greek knowledge was stored in the Library of Alexandria, one of the greatest intellectual centers in history. But when it was destroyed, possibly by war or fire, countless scrolls of science and philosophy were lost forever. So why did all this knowledge disappear? Some was lost to time, wars, natural disasters, and political shifts. Others were deliberately destroyed, seen as threats to religious or political power. Without the printing press or digital records, ancient knowledge was fragile. When one generation failed to pass it on, it vanished. It's a reminder, progress is not always linear. Civilizations rise, but wisdom can fade. The science of ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, and Greece wasn't primitive. It was advanced, curious, and deeply human. Much of it was lost, but traces remain in ruins, scrolls, and mysterious devices. And sometimes the questions they asked were more powerful than the answers. So the next time you look at a crumbling temple or a faded tablet, remember, the past isn't just behind us. It's a map of forgotten futures, waiting to be rediscovered. Thanks for watching PsychPast. If you found this fascinating, like, share, and subscribe. More lost knowledge, deep psychology, and hidden history is coming soon.